Welcome to the Structural Analysis 2 video lecture. In this lecture number 4, let us try to analyze the horizontal thrust in the name of a numerical problem. Here we have a two-hinged semicircular arch semicircular arch of radius r carries a concentrated load W at the crown. Show that the horizontal thrust at each support is W by pi. So this is a very basic problem which every student must be known for solving the other problems in this unit. So he has given assume uniform flexural rigidity. So what is flexural rigidity? That is nothing but the product of Young's modulus and moment of inertia. That is nothing but it is EI that I have written here. That is nothing but this is EI. So when you come here, this is the arch A. Here we have A. Here we have crown C and W load is imposed at crown C, and we have B. So points A and B are hinged. This small circle indicates that it is a hinge support. So here we have to see some important points. We have VA vertical reaction, H and also H here. So what is H here and at A? This H and H at B. These both are called as horizontal thrust that we have to find out now. So here this is the center O. From this center a semicircular arch is being constructed from A to B via C, right? So this distance is called as R and this distance is called as Y and this distance is called as X. So X and Y, here a point X is there, so the point P is there. The coordinates of the points are X comma Y. Coming to the problem, here we have the same arch which is shown before is here also. So here due to symmetry we have VA is equal to VB is equal to W by 2. So that the load W is imposed at C, that is exactly at the center point of the arch AB. So that load is distributed equally to the two supports, that is VA is equal to W by 2 and VB is equal to W by 2, that we have written here, and Y is equal to R cos theta. So if you consider this triangle, this Y will be R into cos theta from trigonometry, and also X is equal to L by 2 minus R sin theta. So what is the distance of X here? From here to here. So this is the distance of X. So the overall distance of this L by 2 minus R sin theta. This distance is called as R sin theta. So if you subtract total L by 2 minus this R sin theta, we get the distance X as shown in the figure like this. Next, moment of section at X. So what is moment of section? What is the importance to find moment of section? So because we have H value, we have H formula, in that we have to find moment. So moment of section X is given by, so this is the section X. So moment is given by force into perpendicular distance from that. So what is the force? The force is VA, that is W by 2, and the distance is X. So we have already found what is VA, that is W by 2, and also what is X, that is L by 2 minus R sin theta. On that is we have written here. Again we have simplified. L by 2 this L by 2 minus R sin theta can be written as R into 1 minus sin theta. What is L by 2? This L by 2 is nothing but radius R, right? This L by 2 is nothing but radius r. R we have in the place of L by 2 he has written r. So taking r as common, that will be 1 minus sin theta. So VA, what is VA? That is W by 2. What we have got it, M is nothing but W by 2 minus, sorry, W by 2 into R in W by 2 R into 1 minus sin theta. This is moment at any point, sorry, moment at a point xy. Next, now as EI is constant, what is EI? That is nothing but it is flexural rigidity. Now as EI is constant, we have H is equal to integral of m into y into ds by integral of y square ds. So to calculate H, we have to first calculate the numerator, next we have to calculate the denominator, then only we get a simplified answer. So first calculating the numerator, so that is integral of m into y into ds. So as it is 2 times, so we have taken 2 times. So what is integral of m? This is all moment, fine, this is all moment. And what is y? That is r cos theta. And what is ds? ds is nothing but r d theta. From the properties of circles, ds can be treated as r d theta. So upon simplification, w r cube is taken as common and 1 minus sin theta into cos theta d theta is inside the integral, and the limits are from 0 to pi by 2. Limits are from 0 to pi by 2. These limits are important. Here if we suppose 1 minus sin theta as small t, for the calculation, easy calculation, we are suppose that 1 minus sin theta is equal to small t. Then what is the differentiation of t dt? That is minus cos theta d theta. Next, so on substituting that, we get 1 minus sin theta into cos theta d theta is equal to t into dt. What is dt? Cos theta into d theta can be written as dt, which is explained just now. So we get minus t square by 2. So upon simplification, 1 minus 1 by 2, 1 minus sin theta whole square. What is 1 minus sin theta? It is t. Therefore the numerator my into ds is equal to wr cube minus 1 by 2, 1 minus sin theta, 0, pi by 2 are the limits. So if we substitute these limits here, we get numerator as wr cube by 2. Next, considering the denominator, we get under integral y square ds. So again 2 times from 0 to pi by 2. The limits are from 0 to pi by 2. Fine. R square cos square theta r d theta. We know that y is equal to r cos theta. We have multiplied it 2 times. R square cos square theta, and r d theta is nothing but it is ds, as we have said, that is from the properties of circles. So on calculation, 2r cube, this r square and this r multiplied will come outside the integral, and this is 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. So cos square theta's integral is 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2, we know. That is dt is written as it is, and after the integral we will do like this. These are all the basics of integration which every student must know. So after the successful calculations, we get denominator as pi r cube by 2. So when we substitute numerator wr cube by 2 and denominator pi r cube by 2 in this equation, so we get h is equal to w by pi. Hence the problem is solved. Thank you for listening.